Doesn't look like he's been here that long. Poor guy. I don't think I should get too close. A Dunstan Algonquin. Cheap and reliable, but not the most fun to drive. Or so I've heard. Nothing useful. Looks like all the oil leaked out of the engine a long time ago. Huh, an old German model. The aristocracy must have missed this one during the purge. Picked clean. Not surprising. The parts for this were rare even before the bombs. Another old road sign. Doesn't look like people could go very fast around here. I can't think of anything I could do with that. It looks like an old record player. Completely ruined. It's of no use to me. It's still in surprisingly good condition. This is still in really good condition. It might be worth having. It's sad to see a nice machine just left to the elements like this. Nothing useful hidden underneath them. Just another victim of the wastes. Looks like he's been here for decades. Nothing useful. Just a memory of whatever this building used to be. Shouldn't get too close. The last thing I need right now is to cut myself. I really hope I don't end up like this. This corpse is missing its left arm. I wonder what happened to it. An old water pump. Kind of reminds me of the reactor in Sector 82. It seems to be running fine. There she is, Lady Twiner. So this is Lady Twiner. I wonder who she was. It feels pretty smooth. I don't think this is an original version of the painting. The face is incredibly lifelike. I almost expect her to start talking to me. What's wrong with her eyes? Poking this painting would just damage it more. There are a couple of weird bulges here, as though there was something hidden behind the eyes. It definitely feels like there's something behind the canvas, but I can't rip it with my bare hands. A key on a key ring. Not what I was expecting. It looks like some kind of coin. This can't be a coincidence. Someone is leaving me a trail. I really hope this thing wasn't valuable. I think I've done enough damage. This symbol looks familiar. Where have I seen it before? I wonder what this key unlocks. You don't see many of these around anymore. Hi, Nelson.
Amy, you shouldn't stick around too long. The guards have been looking for you.
I think I'd like to read for a while, if that's okay.
Of course. What subject are you interested in reading about?
I'd like to read something about art.
Wonderful. I think I've got just the book for you.
Nelson, does this mean anything to you?
Ah, yes. That page is from one of my art books. There was a young lady here several years ago who was reading it, and when she got to that page, she became very upset and tore it out. Ran off, screaming about the Reaper. It was very odd.
The Reaper?
Yes, I think she said something about having seen him. As I said, it was many years ago. It's difficult to remember.
That's fine. Thanks for the information.
Attention citizens. Anyone with information regarding the whereabouts of one Amy Wellard is encouraged to report to the Ministry of Energy.
I don't think he'd be interested in that. Does this mean anything to you?
No, sorry.
Does this mean anything to you?
Yes, it looks familiar, but my memory isn't what it used to be. I'm sorry I can't be more help.
Does this mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. That's an interesting symbol, but I've never seen it before.
Does this mean anything to you?
I think I've seen that symbol somewhere before, but I can't remember where offhand. Sorry, I can't be more help.
Does this mean anything to you?
No, but it looks pretty old.
Looks like this train has been here a long time. I wonder when the last time it actually ran was. This door looks as though it's been in use recently. It's locked. How odd. Huh. The symbol on this token matches the one on the train. Fits perfectly. What was that noise? The sign on these says, "Do not store anything heat sensitive inside." There's nothing in there but dust. What are those doing in here? These look like the types of books Nelson collects. That thing looks really old. It's no good. Looks like it all evaporated quite a while ago. That's where the locomotive's guts are. There can't be anything of much use in there now, though. I'm not sure I can see anything useful to do there. I wonder if this is what caused the train to make its final stop. Not much point in pulling it, considering we aren't moving. Interesting. Looks like some kind of manually controlled fuel regulator. It doesn't seem to do much. Makes sense, considering the train's not using any fuel right now. Looks like this is where the bulk of the controls are. Looks like a gear shift. It's stuck in place. Not Not giving a very accurate reading currently. I probably shouldn't mess around with that. This is most likely the horn. I think I remember Dad having this exact same one in his shop. It would probably disintegrate if I touched it. Most of the text is faded, but I can make out the words McNulty Hatch Corp at the bottom. I can't do much with the plaque except read it. Looks like some kind of release switch. Doesn't seem to have done much. Must be a part of some old intercom system. Looks like I need to press that red button to talk. Seems to be for the intercom. Hello? Nothing. You've seen one button, you've seen them all. Not giving a very accurate reading currently. I don't think that would be a good idea. You've seen one button, you've seen them all. I have no clue what this does. It doesn't seem to do anything. Not giving a very accurate reading currently. I can't think of anything I could do with that. I'm surprised this thing wasn't rusted shut. That leads further into the train. I don't think I've ever seen them grow so lush indoors, or anywhere for that matter. I don't want to accidentally damage them. A footstool. Is there really a need for comfort in a place like this? I wish I could put my feet up on something, but now isn't the time. It's beautiful. Looks like some kind of storage hatch. There's a little plaque on it that says McNulty Hatch Corp. It's sealed tight. I won't be able to open it like this. It leads to the next car. A few loose books. Nothing really jumps out at me. Nothing too interesting here. It doesn't look to be in very good shape. Messing around with this record player isn't my highest priority right now. It's blank. I don't need any notepaper. A bunch of records. I've never even heard of half of these artists. I'm not sure I can see anything useful to do there. Someone around here has got a green thumb. I don't know the first thing about caring for plants. That's a lot of books. It rivals Nelson's collection. I haven't got time for reading right now. This looks like it was used recently. I don't want to get too close. It smells like old tuna. It's unmarked, just like everything else. Not giving a very accurate reading currently. I can't think of anything I could do with that. think I heard something coming from the next car.
Hold it right there. Keep your hands where I can see them and don't make any sudden moves. Now who are you and what are you doing on my train?
My name's Amy. I was just looking for something.
A likely story. You can't fool me. I know a scavenger when I see one. Lucky for you, I'm not in the mood to clean up any messes today. I'll let you see yourself out, but if you touch anything, you're gonna have to answer to old Betsy here. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Come on out here, you old flea bag. Ain't nothing too dangerous out here. I know, I'll feed you now, you old beggar.
It's empty.
Still here, huh? I got my eye on you, so don't try anything funny.
He looks better fed than most people I know.
Understatement of the year right there.
He's busy. I'll leave him alone. She doesn't look to be the friendly type. Hi.
What is it?
Do you live here all alone?
No, I got that fatso over there to keep me company, and it suits me fine.
Surviving in the wastes can't be easy.
Take a look around. I got everything I need here, and what I don't have, I go out and find.
So, you're a scavenger?
No, I don't go into places where people live and take their things.
I'm not here to steal anything. I didn't even know you lived here.
Uh-huh.
Where did you find all these things? I haven't seen living trees in the wastes for a long time.
I didn't find it anywhere. It's all mine. I just carted it all out here when I shacked up on this train.
Where did you come from?
That's really none of your business.
Is your record player broken?
Yes, I accidentally knocked it over a couple of weeks ago.
I noticed you're missing the arm.
Huh. You have one yourself?
I did a long time ago, but not anymore. You know, I'm pretty good with machines. I could fix it for you if you want.
Well, I won't say no, but don't expect any sort of reward for doing it.
That's fine. I'm not looking for one.
Uh-huh.
What do you know about the Reaper?
The Reaper? I remember hearing some rumors about a guy they were calling the Reaper, way back around the time the plague started. Supposedly there were some burrs that meant he was coming to kill you, but I never ran into him myself. Hadn't thought about that in years, actually.
I just want you to know, I've got the perfect life.
Good for you. My life would be perfect if you got off my train.
I'll just be on my way.
I haven't got time to be looking at your collection of junk, missy. I haven't got time to be looking at...
It doesn't look to be in very good shape. This is just like the one Mom and Dad used to have. It looks like it's missing the needle, but fixing it wouldn't be too tough. It's a little corroded, but it looks like there's a couple of flowers on this plaque. Must be the logo of the company that made this. I'm not sure I can see anything useful to do there. Still intact. That's good. It seems to spin all right. The phonograph's arm is missing. I don't think that would be a good idea. This is where the sound comes out. I don't want to risk damaging it any further. This crank is what gets the turntable spinning. Turning the crank wouldn't do much, considering there's no records to play. fits perfectly. That should work now. A perfect fit. No, it's fine where it is. Hi.
What is it?
Your record player's fixed?
Is that right? And what exactly are you expecting from me in return?
Nothing. Look, I'm not here to get something from you. Why I'm here has nothing to do with you.
Well, that's how the world works. Nobody does something good for nothing.
Some people do. I think you've been out here so long you've forgotten humans can be good once in a while.
This world eats good people for breakfast. I don't know what you're looking for, but I hope you find it.
I'll just be on my way.
Alrighty.
I don't think she'd be interested in that.
Hey, where did you find that?
Over near Sector 67, do you know anything about it? I noticed the logo on the coin was the same as on this train.
It's the logo for South Coast Transit. They own this railroad along with the public transportation system in the city. That there is a subway token. Before the blast, people would use those to ride the train underneath the city.
Really? I had no idea there was an underground train in the city.
Doesn't surprise me. Almost all the stations collapsed after the blast. There's only one left standing.
Where can I find it?
It's not too far from the quarantine zone. Just head up Roth Avenue and keep your eye out for the Wallies. The station is right next to it. Be careful down there. There's a whole network of tunnels. Don't want you to get lost.
Don't worry. I'm not planning on wandering around any tunnel mazes. I never knew about these stations. It's surprising that the aristocracy hasn't sealed it off. It's in surprisingly good condition. I don't think that would be a good idea. I can just see the wall that's separating the rest of the city from the quarantine zone. No thanks. I wonder if this person died trying to escape the quarantine zone. Nothing useful that I can see. I think Wally's used to be a pretty famous department store. I vaguely remember Mom and Dad talking about it. The letter L looks like it's pretty close to falling off. That bit of sign looks like it's just a strong gust of wind away from falling down. I can't reach it from down here. That did it. I don't think that would be a good idea. I'm not sure I can see anything useful to do there. I'm sure this was a nice-looking place at one point. I can't see any way in from here. It's just hanging there. That's kind of grotesque. I'd really rather not touch it. Looks like that's the way in. I can't get to it. The river is blocking my path. It's not every day you get to see an underground river. The damage from the blast really did a number on this station. It's too far to jump, and it doesn't look fit for swimming. There's a ton of debris in there and who knows what else. I'll need to find another way across. How on earth did this get down here? I can't reach it. This thing survived being shot and falling. I'd say it's pretty sturdy. Kind of big to be lugging around too much, though. There, that should work. It's stuck. Looks like a place you'd put a coin or something. There isn't much I can do with it. Well, it accepted my token. Great, another collapse. I'm glad this didn't decide to collapse 5 minutes later. There's no way I'm going to be able to get through there. That leads into a dark alcove. There's a trapdoor at the top of these stairs, but it seems to be locked from the other side. Creepy. Those are some nice gloves it's got on, though. It's just out of reach. I'm out of ammo. Formerly part of the ceiling, from the looks of things. It's hard to see what's up there from down here. Handy to know where you are. That goes back to the flooded entrance of the station. Look at that. There was a whole underground train network in this area. Amazing. Unfortunately, it won't come off the wall. It goes up to the next floor. Nice dress. I wonder when that style was last in fashion. I don't think it's fit to be worn. Still on the rack, though not in very good shape. Nothing on there worth taking. That's the way back down into the subway station. Now there's an interesting outfit. Not my style. It's wearing the tattered remains of some kind of sports uniform. These clothes would probably fall apart if I touched them. Nice accessory. Really sells the sporting image. Thankfully, it looks like it's been abandoned. I'd rather not touch it, just in case it's not abandoned. It's tangled up around that pile of debris. It's tangled up too tightly to undo by hand. A nice piece of rope and a freed mannequin. 2 birds with 1 stone. Looks like this person was crushed by the ceiling. What an awful end. Too late to help now. Doesn't look like there's anything useful on the body either. The mannequin's in even worse shape now. It's got some nice gloves on, though. Creepy. Those are some nice gloves it's got on, though. These don't look to be in very good condition. Doesn't look like they're even worth examining for parts. An old shop vac. I haven't seen one in ages. It won't have any parts I need. These things are pretty useless. This fridge still looks like it's doing okay. Not surprisingly, it's empty. I'm going to need something to open up the side if I want to scavenge for parts. This isn't in as good a condition as I thought. Only useful part in here is this fuse. I might as well hang on to it. Appliances. Seems to be full of fishing equipment. I can't get to anything inside. The display case is sealed. Pretty small for an anchor. I bet it doesn't weigh too much. Looks like this is my only way up. I'll bet these are the controls for the elevator, assuming they still work. Dead, although I might be able to take a look inside and get it working again. It's shut tight. I won't be able to pry it open with my bare hands. There, that wasn't so tough. These don't look too complex. It just looks like the main fuse is blown. Poking around in there with my fingers probably isn't the best idea. It's still in relatively good condition. They're not in bad shape. Won't be much use if I need to protect my hands, though. Slightly frayed in some places, but overall it should hold up. You can't have too many weapons. I sure hope this works. The elevator car looks to be stuck between floors. Here goes nothing. A bunch of old office furniture, from the look of it. There's nothing worth salvaging here. A bunch of old office furniture, from the look of it. There's nothing worth salvaging here. Looks like that's my next destination. If only it were that easy. That pile of rubble forms a ramp up to the opening. If I could get up there, I'd be able to climb it. It's way too high for me to reach. I don't see how I can use that there. I don't have any bolts to tie the rope to. My trusty crossbow. It's out of ammo right now. I'm guessing this used to support the structure before it collapsed. It's way too high for me to reach. Desperate times call for desperate measures. This anchor is pretty small. I don't think it would work on anything larger than a dinghy. I don't think I'll be needing the vacuum cleaner. Not a bad idea. They say necessity is the mother of invention. Looks like that's my way up. Ooh, that was more of a climb than I anticipated. What is this place? It looks like a giant raven. Seeing that thing gliding around the sky would definitely be intimidating. I don't know the first thing about hang gliding. I'd probably just fall straight down to the ground. It doesn't look as intimidating from all the way over here. Reminds me of the one in the rebel hideout. There's nothing on it. I wonder if there was once a raven in there. There's nothing inside except an old birdcage liner. I'd rather not touch it. A sketch of the Reaper. Lots of little design notes written around the sides. I wouldn't want to ruin the drawing. Messy. Someone should really clean this place up. I don't need them. Those look to be mostly medical textbooks. I haven't got time for reading now. Ugh, looks like it's got fungus growing out of it. I can't reach it, not that I'd want to anyway. I had something like this when I was a kid, a jar of dirt where bugs lived. It's too high to reach. Reminds me of an old dress-up doll I used to have when I was a kid. I'm not sure I can see anything useful to do there. It's fake, I hope. It's too high to reach. An old radio and some kind of electronic music equipment. They've surely been scavenged for parts. Just as I suspected. Empty. Nice. I've never heard one of these played before. I'm not a musician or a thief. That leads out to a hallway with some more rooms and some stairs. I guess this is the Reaper's base of operations. Aha! Just what I thought. They're mechanical. Weird. I wonder what these are for. These look like security monitors. What are they doing here? Anatomy, infectious diseases, biology, quite a collection. Full of lots of unmarked bottles. I wonder what they're for.
Ah, Amy Willard. You found me. I was hoping you would.
How did you...
I realize you probably have many questions. I can give you all the answers you need. But first, allow me to make myself more presentable.
So you are human?
Yes. I'm sorry to disappoint you if you were expecting more.
I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. You told me you were a doctor.
Yes, Dr. Edwin Aquino, at your service. I was once the leader of the Green Lung vaccine development team, but after learning about their vaccine distribution, or lack thereof, that quickly changed.
Hang on, you knew about the vaccine hoarding? Why didn't you tell anyone?
That would have started violent riots. It's not fair to begin a civil war when it would end without a cure for the illness. I wanted to say something. It hurt not to, but the time wasn't right.
You didn't think the people deserved to know?
They do, and they will. But not while we only have a vaccine and not a cure. With a permanent cure, the aristocracy's hoarding becomes irrelevant, and the focus will be on eradicating the disease.
I guess that makes sense. Why the mechanical ravens? What do they do?
Rather clever little inventions, wouldn't you say? They have video transmitters in their eyes and audio transmitters in their beaks. I use them as scouts, since I can control them remotely.
Did you make them?
No, someone else did, a long time ago. In any case, they've served me quite well. At least, the ones that haven't broken. I have very few left, which is going to be a problem at some point.
You've been following me with your birds. Why am I of such interest to you?
You did a lottery job for the Ministry of Energy.
That's right. What of it?
You've got the disease. You're fighting to survive. You're clever and resourceful. Exactly what I need.
Exactly what do you need?
After I left the Ministry of Medicine, I began my attempts at developing a permanent cure for green lung. It was a long process, which took over 10 years, but just last month, I had a breakthrough and was able to make this.
Is that?
Yes, this is the cure for green lung. I've been testing it and it seems to work, but I need to be certain. Aside from that, I don't have the information necessary to mass produce the cure, though I suspect Tiberius keeps it somewhere in the Ministry of Energy.
So what is it you need from me?
We're both fugitives, Amy. I can't put myself at risk by going to the places I need to. If I'm killed or captured, my research will have all been for nothing. You can clearly take care of yourself. I saw how you handled things at Rockwall Prison and Willowdale Plaza.
You helped me out both of those times.
I merely provided some assistance. Your survival was your own doing. Now I realize it's a bit much to ask, but your help would be incredibly valuable, not just to me, but to the future of humanity.
It's not really much to ask. I owe you my life, after all.
Thank you, Amy. I appreciate it. The main thing I need is to find out where Tiberius is keeping my research on mass production. At some point, I'll also need a subject to test the cure on, so I can be absolutely sure it works. Do you have any questions?
Why do you dress like that?
Intimidation, mainly. The work I do is not exactly looked upon favorably by the government, so I had to come up with a way to make sure I was left alone. The costume is just to make sure anyone who might happen to see me is scared off.
So you knew of the rumors about the Reaper and decided to become him yourself?
No, I'm the one who started them. Creating the image of death personified seemed a natural deterrent for anyone who might get too close. Thankfully, the rumors seem to have spread rather quickly over the years.
You aren't kidding. There's a whole cult dedicated to worshipping you.
Yes, I know of them. An extreme example, but I can't deny it helps my work.
About your subject, can I try the cure?
I'd like to, but it's far too risky. You are one of my greatest assets right now. If this proves to have any adverse side effects, I'll be without your help. Once I can mass produce this, I won't have to be so careful.
How can we find the mass production information?
Ideally, I could use my ravens to go in and locate it, but I only have 3 working ones left. And as you're well aware, Tiberius's tower is huge. It would take way too long for only 3 ravens to scan the entire place without being detected.
Could I take a look at one of them?
Of course.
Who did you say made these?
A friend in the Ministry of Knowledge, but that was ages ago. I know very little about their design.
It isn't too complex, actually. I can fix them for you, no problem.
You can?
Sure. See this bit here? That's the servo, the part that controls the wings. It's worn out, so I just need to replace it with a new one.
Are those common? Would we be able to find one or more in the city?
Well, I learned about them from working on toy airplanes that my friend had when we were kids. If we could find some, we'd be in business.
I wonder. Yes, excellent. As I suspected, there's a hobby shop which has remained mostly intact further in the city, and I can see that they have several model airplanes.
Great, I'll go get them and fix your ravens in no time.
Yes, but the store is located in the quarantine zone.
So, I have nothing to worry about. I'm already infected.
You contracting green lung isn't my concern. It's how you're going to get back out. The quarantine zone is designed to keep people from escaping.
If I can find a way in, I'll just have to find a way out, won't I?
Fine. While you're there, see if you can bring someone back with you. Someone who has been quarantined will make an ideal subject to test the cure on.
I'll see what I can do.
Good. Take this then.
What is it?
A 2-way communicator. They used to call them walkie-talkies. We can use them to stay connected while you're in there.
Can you tell me anything about Tiberius?
Quite a bit. I've known him for a very long time. Since before the bombs, in fact. Was there anything specific you wanted to know?
What was Tiberius like before the bombs?
He was the director of the Ministry of Energy. Of course, back then he wasn't calling himself Tiberius. He was just Julian. After society collapsed, he took the initiative to reform and establish the aristocracy. His love for history led him to adopt the alias of Tiberius, as well as insisting the other aristocrats take the name of ancient Roman emperors.
Why does he wear that awful mask?
Anonymity. He felt government leaders are more respected as an institution rather than as people. I can't deny that this approach works extremely well.
Was he always so evil?
I wouldn't call him that. Manipulative, yes. Ruthless, undoubtedly. But not evil. He suffered immense trauma on the day the bombs fell.
Everyone did. Not all of us had the wealth to recover so easily.
Tiberius lost both his wife and unborn child that day. Wealth or not, that hits a man hard. It left him quite mentally unstable, to be honest. His determination to rebuild society was rooted in trying to cope with his loss. In a way, I felt pity for him. Perhaps too much.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Never mind.
Strange for him to have a soothsayer for an assistant. How is he qualified?
Superstition is a very powerful force. I'm living proof of that. I never had many dealings with the soothsayer, but I believe he came from somewhere outside the city. Tiberius finds comfort in being able to have a channel to the supposed other side. While I don't share his beliefs, I can't particularly fault him for having them.
That's all for now.
Fair enough.
I'll just get to it then.
Good luck, Amy. By the way, that doorway back there will allow you to get up and down the tower much easier than climbing.
I don't think he'd be interested in that. This is my way of communicating directly with the Dr. Aquino. He's hard at work tinkering with one of those mechanical ravens. I can see why people are afraid of the Reaper.
Please don't touch that.
What an interesting contraption. I wonder if I'd be able to make one of my own. I don't know the first thing about hang gliding. I'd probably just fall straight down to the ground. If only it were that easy.